So let me today once again discuss the syllabus as well as the model paper of Adikavi Nana University pertaining to communication and soft skills of our third semester. So this is called CSS2 paper, in which 5 units are there, and the focus of this particular paper is on pronunciation, that means phonetics, and speaking skills, that means different contexts of speech and different varieties of speaking, and writing skills, and later information transfer. Mainly these areas are focused, and all the units are given like this. The first unit deals with the pronunciation 1, wherein the sounds of English are dealt with. That means the phonetic symbols are introduced to us. You are aware of the phonetic symbols in your first semester. So you studied those phonetic symbols and how to transfer that phonetic script into general spelling in English. You are aware of that one. The first unit deals with. Unit 2 deals with the pronunciation 2, where the word accent and intonation are discussed. Word accent means in English language, there is one particular feature called accent or stress. That is, a particular word is pronounced in such a way, either in the beginning or in the middle of the word, we put stress mark. So where to put that stress mark, where that accent comes, these things we will deal with. And second one, intonation. That means depending upon whether you are making a request or posing a question or giving a statement, your tone changes. So how the intonation changes and how the meanings also change, we discuss. And unit 3 deals with the speaking skills 1, wherein we deal with conversation skills. That means interpersonal communication, general conversation, general talking between individuals. And second one, interview skills, wherein a formal communication takes place. One person asks questions, another person answers. So interviews take place for the purpose of jobs, for the purpose of admission into higher educational institutions, or journalists or reporters, press reporters interviewing important persons like political leaders, officers, and movie stars, or some active people in the society. So all these is called interview, wherein a person asks some questions and another person answers them. So how to prepare for an interview? What is expected in an interview? How to make ourselves ready for job interviews? All these things are learned in this particular topic or unit. Next one, presentation skills. Now I am giving you a presentation on the syllabus and model paper of CSS2. So how to prepare a presentation, and again how to present that before the audience. A teacher making a presentation to a set of students, or an officer making a presentation to a set of staff members. or an engineer making a presentation for his peer members, for his team members. Like that, different presentation contexts occur in organizations. So how to create a presentation, how to make a presentation for the audience, you will learn in this particular lesson. Next one is public speaking. Speaking is understood by us. Public speaking means speaking in the public. That means a person giving or delivering a formal speech to huge number of people. That's called public. That means how to become a public speaker. What are the prerequisites to become a successful or effective public speaker? What is necessary to become a good public speaker? How to maintain our body language, how to use proper language, proper vocabulary, how to improve your knowledge, how to deliver that knowledge depending upon the nature of your audience. All these things are discussed in this lesson. Next one, Unit 4, Speaking Skills 2. Here, first one is role play. Role play means two or more persons acting in a given role and delivering dialogues. That means some contexts are given. For example, a doctor-patient context, or a teacher-student context, or a parent-child context, or context between two or three friends, like that. A situation is provided. You need to act in a given role, maybe as a doctor, or as an engineer, or as a police officer, or as a teacher, or as a student, or as a child, or as a mother, like that. What happens in a role play? You will prepare dialogues in advance or at that given time itself, and you utter those dialogues acting in that particular role. What happens because of role play is that you will practice speaking in an expected situation. That means in future you will become a boss, you will become an officer, you will become a marketing manager, you will become a salesperson, you will become a teacher. Then how to deal with the listener, how to speak to the customers, how to speak to your fellow employees, you cannot learn them suddenly. That's why role plays allow us to practice well, to practice in a better way. So if you practice role plays, different roles, for example, a representation, a clerk at the reception, a telephone operator, or a personal assistant to a manager, or an engineer, or a police officer. Like that, different roles, if you go on practicing and giving your dialogues or conversing with other roles, what happens is you will become a very good speaker in English language. So next one is group discussion. Second one is debate. Debate means talking or speaking on a given topic, either in support of that given statement or in opposition to the given statement. That means every coin has two sides. Like that, every topic or issue also has two or many sides. So how to discuss a particular item with logical thinking, with analytical thinking, in an orderly manner, in a step-by-step manner, you will learn by practicing these debates. All of you see debates in TV channels. That means some people speak in those debates in an orderly manner, in a very logical manner, giving the reasons and doing the proper analysis. Some people argue without any logic. Let's not discuss those debates, but take a healthy debate where the pros and cons, the plus and minus, that means the support and opposition of a particular issue is discussed properly by the participants in the debate. Then what happens? By practicing debates or by viewing debates, you will understand how to develop your viewpoint logically, in an orderly manner, in a step-by-step manner, how to develop communication. You will understand very well. So these debates also you will study and you will observe and you practice. Then the third one in this unit is group discussion. You are aware of discussion. Discussion means two or more people participating to ventilate their opinions, to give their views, and ultimately reaching a common point or mutually agreed point. Again, here also, there will be many angles to a given issue. What we know only is not final. So we should always be open to listen to others' viewpoints also. So group discussion provides that environment. In a group discussion, there will be a group. You understand the meaning of group. Two or more persons. So all the persons are treated equally. All the persons are given equal opportunity to give their opinions on a particular topic or issue. For example, how to improve employment opportunities to the degree college students. So different people participate on this topic and they provide their suggestions or solutions or the practical problems and how to overcome them. You cannot say that only one person knows everything. It's not possible. We know something of a given topic. Some other person can fill some more information, and a third person gives some more information. So in a group discussion, you should be very patient. Not only we should speak, not only we should participate in a proactive manner, taking the initiative, but we should listen to others also patiently. That means all the participants are given equal opportunity. Through practice in group discussions, what skills you acquire? You acquire not only logical speaking skills, but also the skills and personality development related aspects like leading a group, providing an opportunity to a fellow participant, trying to understand the others' viewpoints, and having patience to listen to others. So all these skills or all these personality traits are learned in group discussion. Group discussions help us improve communication skills, and particularly in higher level competitive examinations like Indian Institute of Management and other management recruitment, management courses, institutions, they conduct these group discussions to recruit students, and bigger organizations conduct group discussions to filter the aspirants for employment. So you must practice group discussion also. And unit 5, the fifth one, is about writing skills. So in the previous CSS1, you learned mainly listening skills and reading skills. In this CSS2 paper, you will learn mainly speaking skills as well as writing skills. So here, to become a better writer, you need vocabulary and you need good spelling. So you will learn spelling rules in this particular unit. And you will learn punctuation marks, because writing tests our real caliber in English language. So in writing, punctuation marks also are very, very important. That means where to use capital letters, where to use small letters, lowercase letters, and where to put full stop, where to use comma, and where to put question marks, exclamatory marks, quotations, colon, semicolon, hyphen. All these punctuation marks, you will understand how to use them. Then only you can become a very good writer. So you learn spelling and punctuation, and later you will learn how to transfer information from one type to another type. That means information can be provided in different ways. You can provide it as a picture, as a table, as a tree diagram, or as a graph, so as a chart. Like this, in different ways you can provide transformation. And you can actually transfer the given information into paragraphs. So this is a foundation course, you are aware, and just like any other foundation course, this paper is for 2 hours, and there will be 5 sections, each section carrying 10 marks, and total marks for this paper CSS2 are 50 marks. So here in the first section, they will ask us to write in text answer to one question, or to write spellings in English to the words given in phonetic script. That means in the paper you are given a choice. The 10 marks question has a choice. In the first one, you will be asked a descriptive question. That means to write some notes, some answer to a given question. That means about the phonetic scripts, what are the vowel sounds, what are the consonant sounds. So like that, different questions can be asked. You can choose that one, or you have a choice to write the spellings in English to the phonetic script given. In the first semester, under general English also, you learned the phonetic script. So here once again, we will try to understand the sounds of English language. What are the phonetic sounds, vowels and consonants, and we will try to represent them in regular spelling. So just here I would like to show you the model paper only, not actually discussing the topic. We will take that lesson separately, but you will understand how the question comes in the examinations. Can someone tell me what is the
Repeat.
word? Is it repeat?
Repeat.
Can some other student just look at that one, try to remember the old phonetics symbols you learned in your first semester. Is it repeat? Is it E sound? What is this one? Navya, Divya, Rani, Aparna, Ramya, Deepika, Anil. Try. Someone said it as repeat. Is it repeat?
R sound purpose.
Huh?
R and a sound purpose.
Is it repeat?
Yes, sir.
It is E sound. Is it represented like this? Try to remember. For example, see, for example, that I sound is, you have a symbol like this also. This is for E sound. That means, for example, B, this is pronounced as, the spelling of this particular phonetic script is beat. Understand? So this E sound is represented like this. How? This one is E sound. Understand? But look at this one in the presentation. Is that symbol is they given?
R sound.
No. So what it could be? So here either some mistake is given, or it could be generally in our papers also some mistakes come. It can be report also. Understand? So this can be, if it is repeat, it should be properly written. Because some printing mistakes also are given in the model papers, in the question papers sometimes. Let me close this one. This is either report, and second one is hamburger. This is hamburger. Third one is prevail. Fourth one,
Suspense.
suspense. Fifth one, Japan. And sixth one,
Mountain bike.
mountain bike. Seventh one,
Water.
waiter. Eighth one,
Feedback.
no. Their L sound is there. Flashback. Flashback. And the ninth one,
Climb. Club.
club. Club. Yes, correct. So what is the spelling?
Club.
Club.
You
B.
need to write the correct spelling in the examination. Okay. Tenth one. Tenth one is a banker. Banker. Okay. So like this, the phonetic symbols are given. And you need to convert them into regular words in English language and write with the correct spelling in the examination. Next one. Second section, it deals with the word stress. Again, here also, you will get two questions. One as a descriptive answer, second one as an exercise. So the first one is a question. What is word stress? Illustrate with suitable examples. That means you need to write what stress means in English language and what word stress means. And you need to give some examples where the stress mark comes in the beginning and in the middle. Like that, you need to write a descriptive answer for the first question. Or you have a choice. You can take the second question, wherein some words are given. You just need to put the stress mark. Whether the stress comes in the beginning or in the middle. Understand, you need to find out where the stress mark comes. Next one, section 3, you need to write descriptive answers. Write a note on interview skills. So it's a descriptive answer. Or you have a choice. You can write about presentation skills. Or they may ask you about group discussion. Understand? They may ask you about the best practices in interview. Like that they may ask. And section 4 is a role play. They may ask about role play or debate or group discussion. They may ask you to write a descriptive answer. So here in the model paper, they are asking what is role play? How is it important in learning English language? That means you need to write about the definition of role play. You need to give some examples. You need to tell how we can improve English language communication skills by participating in the role play activity. Second question, as a choice, you are given the matching. That means some dialogues are given. These dialogues are generally spoken by which role, which person, which profession, they ask. For example, take in the first column, they have given the roles. First one is customer in a bank. Second one, doctor. Third one, principal. Fourth one, clerk at a ticket counter. Fifth one, friend in a hostel. And sixth one, teacher. Seventh, lawyer. Eighth one, air hostess. Ninth one, curator. 10th one, invigilator. Curator means a person who takes care of a zoo or a museum. Look at the roles. Customer in a bank. Second one is doctor. Third one is principal. Fourth one is clerk at a ticket counter. Fifth one is friend in a hostel. Sixth one is a teacher. Seventh one is a lawyer. Eighth one is air hostess. Ninth one is a curator. 10th one is invigilator. In our examinations, you know invigilator role. Okay, now dialogues are given. This dialogue is spoken by which role? You need to match them. First dialogue, do you feel better after taking medicine? Who speaks?
Doctor.
Very good. Tea or coffee?
Friends.
Friend in a
Friend in a hostel. Very good. Friend in a hostel. Or it can be friend in a hotel also. Understand? So tea or coffee. Next one, third. Have you done your homework?
Teacher.
Is it principal?
teacher.
Teacher also.
Teacher.
Understand? Okay. Next, please wear your seat belt.
Air hostess.
Air hostess, the persons who give us instructions, who help us, who serve us in an aeroplane is called air hostess. So she gives the instruction. Understand? Wear your seat belt. Next one. Don't touch the artifacts.
Curator.
Very good, very good. Curator. Artifacts means the things that are kept for display. Show me your hall ticket.
Invigilator, sir.
Invigilator. Your admission is confirmed.
Principal.
Very good. Principal. No concession without cat card. Clerk at a ticket counter. Very good. Next, I want housing loan.
Bank. Customer in a bank.
Okay, fine. So this is how the matching between the role and the dialogues are also given sometimes in our examinations. Section 5, the last section. These types of question. First one, correct the spelling in the following words and insert punctuation marks in the given sentence wherever necessary. That means they give us some words with wrong spellings generally. So you need to correct the spelling and provide that as an answer. First one, what is it correct?
No, sir.
Wrong, sir.
So what is the correct spelling?
COMMUNICMMU.
MMU. COMMUNICATION. Second one.
Planning.
Planning. Third one.
Receipt.
What is the correct spelling? RECEIPT. Very good, very good. But it is given as RECIEPT. So we are correcting here. Fourth one. Desire. So DESIRE. Very good. Fifth one. What is it? What is the word?
Company.
No. Campaign. What is the correct spelling?
COMPAIGN.
IGN. Very good, very good. Who spoke that one?
Ramya sir.
Ramya, very nice, very nice. CAMPAIGN. Campaign. Very nice. See, look at this particular sentence. Do you know where Mahatma Gandhi was born? You need to provide punctuation marks. So beginning of any sentence, we put capital. And again, proper nouns are always given capitals. In Mahatma Gandhi, there are two words. M should be capital and G should be capital. And finally, it should end with a question mark. In the section 5, they ask us to correct the given words by providing proper spelling. And they ask us to correct a given sentence by providing proper punctuation marks. In the same section, there is another question with a choice. They ask us to prepare a tree diagram or a pie chart or a flow chart or even to draw a picture. Or they may give us a tree diagram and they may ask us to write it into a paragraph also. For example, here, yesterday we discussed tree diagram. The university has 3 schools of arts: commerce, commerce, and sciences. The School of Arts has 2 wings, one for languages and the other. That means first you take 3 branches: arts, commerce, and sciences. Under arts again, 2 branches you take: languages, rest other humanities. Under commerce, there is no separate wings. Whereas but sciences are divided into 2 again: physical and natural sciences. And there is a separate wing for physical education too. That means you will have physical education also. That means under the university itself, you will show arts, commerce, sciences, and physical education. That means 4 branches you draw. So like this, you convert the information given in the paragraph into a tree diagram, or from you will convert the information or data provided in the tree diagram or table or pie chart into a paragraph also. Understand? So this is how we deal with. This is the explanation about the model paper under communication and soft skills. It will be very easy for you to attempt and get good marks, but our focus should be upon acquiring knowledge and skills so that we put them into real and day-to-day life. That means real life usage is ultimate goal, not just marks in your examination. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.